Welcome back into another edition of Keeping Up with Coosa Christian Athletics / Marco Bryant Show / Coosa Football Preview. Coach, last week you opened up region play.
Did.
Against a very cool cat, Brian Knapp.
Yep.
Good friend of yours,
Yep.
good friend of mine.
Yep.
Had a big shutout victory. What was you looking for them guys, man? What was you looking for out of your guys coming into that game, and what did you see?
Well, a couple different things. We're walking wounded, as you know, Bo. I've been over the injury situation with you. So we had a lot of kids that had to step up that normally doesn't play on Friday nights. And so I was really proud of their effort, for sure. And it was nice not to be complacent. And I think that's always a good thing.
Joseph East.
Yep.
Let's talk about Mr. East for a minute.
Yep.
When he first arrived here on campus, we used to see him in the mornings when I dropped Lily off. And I don't think I've ever seen him when he's not smiling.
Yeah.
You may have. I haven't. Talk about his performance a little bit.
Incredible. I mean, you got to remember, he came here just over a year ago, probably a year and a half ago or whatever, from Togo. So he didn't even know what football was a year and a half
Never
ago.
seen an American football.
Never seen American football. And one of our church family here, they adopted him. They own an orphanage in Togo. And so they brought him and his sister over. And it's a pretty cool deal, actually.
Yeah, his sister's always smiling as well.
They're sweet people.
Cool, awesome stuff. And but yeah, to see a story like that, a guy comes over here and didn't even know an American football is to average 20 yards a carry and
He averaged 20 yards a carry?
I think so. It's like 200-something yards rushing.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That's good stuff, man.
That's good stuff.
All right, so this week, talk about this week. You have Nikita Stover, former Alabama star, who's taken over at Decatur Heritage. You're going up against, and they have a really good running back. But what else have you seen from them on film?
Well, I mean, they're a lot better than they were last year. Nikita does a really good job with those kids. Nikita and I have actually become pretty good dang friends. We talk pretty often, actually. And I think the world of him, and they've done a great job. And that running back they've got is something special now. I mean, he's elite. I told you that earlier. This kid's elite now. He'll name his school in a few years.
He said he's over 200 pounds. About 6 foot, close to 6 foot.
Yeah, he reminds me a lot of Jimmy Williams when Jimmy was at Gadsden High.
That's saying something, Coach.
Yeah, he's special, though. I mean, he's a Power 5 kid. That's what he is. He's going to be a Power 5 kid.
When all the dads who see this video from this area see that video and you compare him to somebody like Jimmy Williams,
he's built like
scary.
Yeah, he's built like him. And he runs really, really hard. I'm telling you right now, when that kid's a senior, he'll be a Power 5 kid. I've had enough of them to go to the next level. That kid's one of them.
That's legit.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've seen them over the years.
I've had my share of them. Yeah.
Actually, was talking about you earlier. Me and Coach Willingham was.
Oh,
Ernie,
good man.
I think you was at Cleveland when he was at Appalachia.
Yeah.
He said y'all won one, he won one,
or
something like that.
Yeah. He's a good man. Think a lot of Ernie.
He's a good guy.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a big one this week versus Pisgah.
Yeah.
His place. Coach, we've been doing a mini documentary series. If you guys haven't seen up with that, or haven't seen that, you guys need to check out with it. Get an inside look to the program here.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about that a little bit and how that's been going.
It's really awesome, Bo. Rick Boy, he's way above his average guy's level. He's so creative, and he's done a phenomenal job. For the people that don't know, it's kind of like the old MTV Two-A-Days. It's kind of what it's kind of runs in conjunction with, and we're giving a behind-the-scenes look every week of this football team. What really goes on behind the scenes opposed to what you see on a Friday night. And it's really, really cool. Brick's a very, very talented guy. You're lucky to have him.
Yeah, he's one of the best I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Videography.
And it just shows the stuff that we do. And I'm not knocking any other school because really my worry's not them. My worry's Coosa. But it just shows the stuff that we do behind the scenes that they ain't probably 5 schools in the state that does, And we start taking these kids to hotel rooms this Thursday, and so that's another addition to what we're doing with these kids. So that's just kind of what it is, just behind the scenes stuff.
So that's going to be a different world to do that. Even I haven't seen that done except for very, very few places.
Yeah, Rush is the only one I know that that does it. I would suspect, and really I've copied that off of Rush's template. To be honest with you.
He does a lot of stuff that's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
That's innovative and kind of ahead of the curve.
Mm-hmm.
You don't back your way into 7, 8 state championships.
Not at that level.
National championship.
Yeah. It's one thing to win them at the 1A, 2A, 3A level, but to win them at the highest level in Alabama, and then you go and replicate it in Georgia. Yeah. It's just it's rare.
Yeah, he's a different. He was a different, cut from a different cloth. Yeah. He has different innovative ideas. But back to the season at hand. You have so many things going on at once. You have a lot of growth. You have a lot of guys that's bought in now. You've been battling injuries. You got a documentary series going on. Where do you find time to step away and relax a little bit?
No, I don't.
Or does that happen?
No, I really don't, Bo. It's just like you. You're a busy guy. You're running, multiple things at one time. And I run businesses as well as this, and I don't have time. My stepping away and enjoying is working. That's me not doing anything stresses me out.
Yeah.
So I love to work. I just love to work, put things together. That's what I enjoy doing.
Yeah, connecting people too. That's another one.
That's it.
It's a long, hard road, but if you let it become a mental grind, it'll just start chipping away at you.
That's right. And as long as people are all singing on the same sheet of music, and you don't have that as a distraction, because that's the one thing I think that wears coaches out is the stuff that goes on away from football that wears you thin.
Yeah.
Because you don't get the support you need. And as long as I have the support that I need, man, I'm good. I'm good forever. It's just when people get tired of doing it the right ways when, I don't have any interest in doing this anymore.
Yeah, or people start trying to cut corners and stuff.
Yeah.
Because there ain't no cutting corners in what you got going on here. Because, if you cut corners, you could end up back like it was.
That's right.
All right, so you knew coming into this season you were going to be circled basically by everybody, that you guys had made that deep playoff run. There ain't no sneaking up on nobody no more, so to speak. But where would you assess the program right now as opposed to where you want it?
I think the program's in a good state. I think we're further along this year than we were last year, and I thought we would be. Okay, there's other issues that we fight. That really bothers me, to be frank with you. But as far as the status of the state of the football program, I think it's fine. I think it's doing what it should be doing right now. There's some other, tentacles that are pretty disappointing. That has nothing to do with this school, and that's kind of a bummer.
Gotcha, it makes sense. Mm-hmm. Stuff it's kind of out of your hands too.
It's out of my hands. It's just people trying to stir up trouble.
Gotcha.
Okay. Within the county because they're too lazy to work.
They're
too lazy to work. They need to worry about their own things going in their own house, and they need to quit worrying about our house.
Gotcha.
Okay. And if they do that, they'd probably be more successful.
When I was just in your office a little bit ago before we started filming, and I looked up above Coach Jackson Justice's desk, and I seen the picture of the old Coosa in the old blue and the old gold. To have somebody like him, who he says it on the documentary is coming out Tuesday, that talked about what it used to look like in his eyes playing in it to now, and how proud he is of the program now. What does it mean to you to see a guy who grew up in that era, played here under that era, grew up at this school, but now he's on this staff and he's seeing a new age Coosa Christian, and it means a lot to him to be a part of it now? What does that mean to you?
You're gonna think I'm a jerk when I say this, but it don't mean a lot to me. Because the program I thought was a gutter program. I don't mean that any bad way at all. Here's what I do this for. I do this for two reasons. I do it for the kids. This thing's about the kids for me, Bo. You know me. Yeah. You know that's true now. And I do it as a mission, see, as Christians, we're all called to be missionaries. Well, this is my mission. This is my mission right here, is to make this thing the best Christian school it can be. And I don't care what people think, right? I just don't care. But I'm really proud of where we're at as a program. And I'm just curious on how far we can take it. Not W's, not W's and L's. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the growth of the school. My goal for this school is to have 1,000 students in it. Okay, that's my goal. And so I think if we do that, then I can say, you know what, we've and I'm not talking about W's and L's, okay, at all. But if we can grow this thing to 1,000 kids, that's a pretty cool deal. Now you got 1,000 kids hearing the gospel multiple days per week, opposed to when I got here 175 kids. So there's 825 kids, 820 kids, 800 kids, whatever, that are now hearing the gospel several days a week that they wasn't before. And to me, that's the cool thing.
That is cool.
Yeah.
That is a good idea. Well, Coach, I guess that's it for this episode. Got anything else, any tidbits you need to throw in for this week? Any reminders or travel plans? I know you guys said you're in a hotel.
So we're home.
You're home.
Yeah, we're home. This is the first time
you are
this year.
going to stay at a hotel.
We're doing hotel rooms every Thursday night, which is, I really think that's really cool for the kids. And it's just doing things nobody else does. And we try to think outside the box. And we just got to take care of business, man. This thing's in the region now. We're going to try to win a region championship. That's our goal.
Will you guys be doing school over here, or will it be school as usual for the guys?
It'll be school as usual. Some of it will be over here for sure. We've got it broken. It's kind of broken, to be honest with you. They'll do some of it over here. They'll do the classwork stuff over there.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Well, that'll be it for this episode of the Marco Bryant Show, the Coosa Christian football preview. We'll be back here next week to drop another episode, and Tuesday night will be your newest episode of the Conqueror's Quest. I think it's episode 3 coming up this week, produced by Brick Boy of Average Joe Sports Talk. We will see you guys next week.